Welcome to the Heavy Spoilers Show. I'm your host Paul, and in this video we're breaking down A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. The trailer teasing what's in Season 1 is now here, and in this video we're going to be breaking it all down. Not going to waste any of your time, so let's play it and then get into the breakdown.
This city is too small for us, Dunk. I never got nothing by waiting around. You want a family? Go out there. Get a family.
Sir Erlen taught me sword and shield. Away from castles and servants.
Someone will remember him. He spoke of his time in your service as his very finest.
I know him not, man.
This is undignified, sir.
No! Goose eggs, like.
Goose eggs. You must think me a fool.
All men are fools.
Hedge Knight.
Will you heed my call to war?
All men are knights.
Shut up.
After the tournament, I can stay in as your squire. Come on!
If I lose my first joust, I'll scarcely be a knight.
But if you win,
Mind your pride, Sir Duncan. There are princes about.
he's touching her!
Duncan, no!
It is never wise to strike a king's grandson. I have no choice. Trial by combat. It must be held at dawn.
That means battle axes and lances of war.
I know what it means.
I always knew you meant trouble.
Come out, little knight. It's time you face the dragon.
Now this video will contain a lot of spoilers because, it's the Heavy Spoilers Show, mate. Because of this, we will be covering some of the big reveals, such as who a character really is. I don't want to spoil it for anyone if you don't want to know, but we will be talking about it beyond this point, so if you don't want to know, thank you for stopping by, you can go now. Anyway, the teaser begins with Dunk in King's Landing talking with one of his friends. The third Dunk and Egg story, The Mystery Knight, explained how Dunk had three friends named Ferret, Rafe and Pudding. They'd cause chaos in Fleabottom and steal just to get by. Now I think this might be Rafe, and she appears to be played by Chloe Lear. If you've been following the channel for a while or just watch a lot of HBO in general, then you might recognise her from Dune Prophecy. We then see Dunk scavenging from a down knight's horse. Judging by the red lion banner at the top, this is one of the Lannisters. We then see the ruins of a battlefield, and shoutouts to our editor John, who said this looked like the red grass field, which is where Daemon Blackfire was killed. Young Dunk then looks at a helmet, and it's at this point we cut to the present. Such a good moment, and they perfectly cast the young Dunk, because yeah, the guy looks identical. Rafe then says over the top of it that if he wants a family, then he needs to get a family. Now, it will be a family in the Vin Diesel sense of the word. All in, somewhat becomes this at the start, and then he makes a group of knights and squires and stuff that then become family. Speaking of All In, we then see him and Dunk leaving King's Landing with the Red Keep in the background. We then see Dunk recounting how the old man taught him to fight. Dunk is desperate for someone to remember All In, and thus he'll be able to take part in the tourney. We then see him telling the story of All In to what I believe is one of the Tyrells. The guy spits out his name and the fact he was apparently in a service, and then says that he knows him not. Everyone's drawing a blank, and it kind of shows how little these people care about the small folk. If they don't have a title, they're not interested, and even if you die for them, they simply won't remember you. Because yeah, though the show is ambiguous about whether All In did what he said he did, pretty much everything they've mentioned, he actually did. Except hit the thumbs up. If only there was someone who could make up for it. Egg then says it's undignified, and this is one of our many clues about who he really is. Yes, Egg is bald for a reason, and that's to hide his Targaryen hair. He left the castle with his brother, who he then met at the inn, and they've been trying to lay low. Egg is after adventure though, so he's tagged along with Dunk as his squire. We then see Dunk trying to get some goose eggs, which he presents to Tanzel. He's clearly trying to win her heart, and she even paints his sigil in the book. Sigils are only really allowed to be passed through bloodlines, and thus he needs a new one. So he gets her to paint it, and I do wonder if the goose eggs are payments or him just trying to win her heart. His sigil then becomes an elm tree under a shooting star, which is inspired by the end of episode 1. He did also buy some eggs in the book for him and the boy to have breakfast, so could just be that, and maybe he's inviting her along or something, I don't know. If he really wanted to get her a gift though, he should have checked out our merch store right below the video. There, we just launched our brand new shirt inspired by artwork from the book showing the death of the dragons. We have lots of other tees there as well, including our new Cyclops one, and the more you buy, the more of a discount that you get. Or keep your goose eggs. Eggs are of course also playing off egg, so nice little Easter egg, you could say. Lionel Baratheon, you bastard Ned. He then asks Dunk for some help in the war and gets him to join a tug of war. Dunk's size helps massively, and if you pause the frame just before the opposition falls, you can even see that Egg got involved as well. Clearly Dunk and Tanzal are getting close as well, and I love how Egg goes, ooh. The trailer then shifts focus to Egg, who asks him to stay on as Dunk's squire. We then see him practicing in the field and trying to pull a horse. Dunk talks about how if he loses, he'll scarcely be a knight, and he might not even get to join the tourney himself. That's because, as Tanzal says, all men are fools and all men are knights. Now this line is right out of the book, and it's something they say right after watching her puppet show. The subject of that show was Florian the Fool, who was a fool and also a knight. He then fell in love with a beauty named Florian, so I do wonder if it's building off the back of that. It does seem though that they have kind of changed it up, as the show that defends Aerion here appears to be a character slaying a dragon like the book. Targaryens are obviously, massively involved with dragons, so seeing one get slayed and thinking about the good times they used to have with them, you can see how that would basically make you very angry. Dunk being such a knight and a fool as well also leads him to punching Sir Aerion. Aerion attacks Tanzal and Dunk stands up for her, which though foolish is of course the right thing to do. So that's where the knight thing comes in as well, and I love how it kind of plays on how it's stupid but also how it's based around honour. Punching a prince isn't a good idea though, and it's at this moment that Egg then steps forward. Aerion instructs the gods to punish Dunk, which is when Egg reveals that he's actually Prince Aegon. Dunk is then taken to trial, and I do believe that we see this hearing next. We have the hand in the centre who's Baelor Targaryen, and next to him on the right we have what I believe is Aerion's dad Maker. Aerion's there too, and they announce that they have to have a trial by combat. This is known as the Trial of the Seven, and that 7 of course plays into the numbers thing. Not only do we have the 7 who are the gods of the land, but we also have the 7 kingdoms and the tournament itself. Dunk must recruit 6 knights, and along with himself we'll have 7 knights versus 7 knights. Whoever wins the trial by combat is then seen to be favoured by the gods, and thus if Dunk wins he'll be able to clear his name, that sort of thing. Now the rest of the knights is where Dunk's basically going to pull together that family, and this'll be who he uses to help defeat Aerion. That's where the trailer goes next, and I have to say, Aerion's armor looks fucking badass, mate. Fucking G shit. Can't condone the hitting women, but that's a bad outfit. Woo! In the book, he likes to call himself Aerion Brightflame, and we can see that's reflected in the flames on his helmet. The dragons are obviously dead as well, and thus the Targaryens don't have the WMDs that they used to. And basically, yeah, they used to just rule through fear. However, this outfit, of course, plays off them, and it's an intimidation tactic to remind people that his family were once seen as gods. Now, you can probably guess who's going to be recruited by Dunk, because they've kind of been introducing lots of different characters. However, the wild card comes in Prince Baelor, who joins Dunk to make up the 7. Dunk initially fails to get the numbers that he needs, and thus Baelor jumps in at the last second. The battle is big and bloody though, and they really capture the visceral feeling of it. I love how much of this is shot up close and personal, and it even looks like we're getting a lot of point of view shots. There's some big deaths that I won't spoil, because what do you think, this is heavy spoilers, but overall, nearly half of Dunk's party's killed. Just looks like such an amazing scene though that, though small scale in comparison to the other shows in the franchise, still feels big here. The stakes are massive too, and we then end with a tease of Dunk versus Aerion. Looks like it's gonna be great, and though I know what's happening, they're really bringing it to life so far, and yeah, that's everything that I managed to find in the teaser. I'd of course love to hear your thoughts as well, and if there's anything you noticed that we didn't, then make sure you drop it below. Please hit the thumbs up as well, and leave a comment with everything that you want to see in the show. If you want to keep up to date with what we're doing as well, then make sure you follow us on Instagram at Heavy Spoilers. Did you know as well that members of the channel also get early access to videos, and if you click the join button you get at least 1 breakdown a week before anyone else. Costs just 99 cents a month, and we're really trying to push everything that we can for members, so yeah, if we ever have a video early, you guys will get to see it first. I don't just like dropping like 3 1-hour-long breakdowns a day and then having nothing for weeks. So we do stagger releases on stuff, and it just makes sense, you know, put it out for members early so you get all that stuff. And yeah, hopefully for 99 cents, you guys feel like that's enough to give something back. If not though, thank you as always for watching this video. I've been your host Paul, you've been the best, and we've got our breakdown of episode 1 on screen right now.